Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Faster Way podcast. We're here with another Coach Confessional. My name is Haven. I am the Senior Director of Programming. Joining me today, I have a very special guest. Her name's Heather. Heather, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Yes, my name's Heather Braucher. I am a corporate coach here at Faster Way, as well as one of the pro trainers. I have the honor of leading you all in workouts, helping with programming the workouts, and coaching thousands of clients in the Faster Way.
Yes, you do. Oh my gosh, there was a lot in that description. And one of the reasons we have Heather on today is that we are coming up next month on our next coach certification event. And this is a very exciting time here at HQ and the Faster Way for our whole community. In fact, this is when we open up the opportunity for you to become certified in the Faster Way program and coach it and have massive impact. So that's why this is so exciting, because we recognize that all these people that come through, mostly clients that come through our certification, represent even more impact that the Faster Way will have. And you have had impact, Heather. Your story is unique. In fact, you have experienced, I would say, every facet of the Faster Way that we have to offer. You came in as a client, of course, with your own unique journey, which we'll hear about in just a minute. You also were an ambassador for the Faster Way. So you rose your hand and said, you know what, I want to talk about the Faster Way and earn a little commission on that as I spread the good news and the word of the Faster Way. Then you said, you know what, I actually want to coach this. And you had some unique opportunity there. And, for lack of better words, God just opened the doors for you to step into that. Yes. And now you're here at HQ. And like you mentioned, you have well more than a couple of thousand of clients that you basically oversee and coach through the program and their journey through the Faster Way. So excited to talk to you about this, and especially on sort of the eve of this next coach certification event. So let's dive in, Heather. Tell us a little bit about your story.
Yes. Well, I was a field hockey player, and I was also very passionate about strength and conditioning, psychology of sport. That's kind of my background. And after college, I went into personal training, went into strength and conditioning, got my master's in exercise science. So I was definitely just so absorbed in that field, wanting to learn as much as I could.
Yeah. That's impressive, by the way. Can we just pause a moment for that education and those credentials? That's amazing, Heather. And we are so blessed to have you on the team. So continue, please.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I had a really positive experience as an athlete, and I just found there to be so much in what goes into athletics and performance and the mind and the body. So I just wanted to pursue that. Ironically, though, about a couple years after college, I started to experience some chronic back pain. It did start in college, but it wasn't really that persistent until later on. And I found myself probably about 5 or 7 years into my career really, really struggling with this chronic pain.
Yeah.
Like, I was unable to even lift up the weights to hand to my client or demonstrate the move without really setting myself up for pain later on.
Wow.
And I found myself, I guess I like to use some athletic terms, being sidelined or benched from my career. And it was very, not only physically painful, but it was emotionally just so despairing, because there I was with my master's and my certification and training people on how to be healthy and strong,
right.
But yet I couldn't fix what was happening to me.
Oh my goodness. I know that I feel that in a real way. I think, that imposter syndrome, and also just the intimidation of, like, you are supposed to have the answers, and here you can't fix yourself, and you're supposed to be helping other people, and, maybe even with similar issues. And you start to probably question too, like, is what I know right? Is
Exactly.
How do I apply this now if it's not working for me?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Definitely found myself asking that a lot. Was, in and out of doctor's offices, different pain medicines. Just found myself really decreasing in my ability to exercise, because it would trigger spasms and back pain that would make me immobile. I also started having children, and it just came to the point where I wanted to be able to hold my child, nurse my child, and not have to, have any pain inhibit that.
Right.
So I just kind of kept walking and stretching and pursuing different therapeutic interventions to try to solve this tremendous pain.
Yes.
You know, whether it was chiropractic or injection or joint mobilization. I feel like I tried it all, and it was like a span of a decade where I feel like I had to step away from my career, step away from who I used to be, and was really challenged to, okay, moving forward, how am I going to get back there? What am I going to do? I can't just give up, but I can't do what I was doing.
Do you remember a specific like point in time? Was there that moment that you remember you're like, something's got to give? Like, was there that moment for you?
Yeah, I think my kids started to require less holding, right? I was done nursing. They were more mobile.
Yeah.
But I wanted to run and play. I wanted to, you know, they were interested in activities and sports. I didn't want to be sitting on the couch with an ice pack and saying, Mom can't do that. And I just felt like this can't keep going on like this.
Yeah. So what came next?
Yeah. So a very close friend of mine, she was on social media and she kept sharing about this program, and she had this radical transformation. And I trust her very much. And I just kept watching her share her story and thought, if that kind of transformation can happen for her,
yes,
maybe there's possibility for me too.
Yeah.
But I was watching her and not jumping in yet because I had pride. I thought I knew what I was doing, and I struggled a little bit to accept that maybe someone else knew more than me, or that there was a way out there that I wasn't aware of. And so finally, when I felt like I was humbled enough, do you know what I mean? To say, okay, I'm going to ask for help. I reached out to her and I said, what are you doing? Share it with me.
Right.
And she, very quickly, she shared me the link to her coach of the Faster Way to Fat Loss program. And I got started in my first new client 6-week experience.
I mean, that's a great demonstration of affiliate marketing right there, too. It's just, you know, people spreading the word, friends, family, just talking about the impact. I mean, like you said, you're following her, you're seeing her transformation, you know, and that was the testament to you. It wasn't anything else but like, oh my goodness, she's doing something that's working, and I need to know more about it, because, you know, here I am kind of at my wit's end. I think I know everything. I think I know how to apply it and do it, and it's not working for me. Yeah. So that's incredible. So you sign up to be a coach.
Oh, client first.
Client. Okay.
So I signed up with her coach.
Right.
I joined my first 6-week experience. I will admit, around week 3, I thought to myself, what did I get myself into?
Yeah.
How am I going to keep this, you know, possible with 3 little kids and feeling like I didn't have much margin? And my coach, you know, was so amazing, just continued to tell me progress, not perfection, one step at a time. And I didn't give up. And in that experience, I think it was the combination of the whole food nutrition and the timing, the strategy of our workouts.
Yeah.
Those 2 elements together, my body was craving support for the inflammation that I had.
Yeah.
The whole food, and then kind of being really strategic with how I exercise and limiting the time of exercise.
Right.
My body was able to respond to exercise. And so it was transformational. I know we have a lot of transformation stories with body composition change and weight loss.
Sure.
For me, I used to do the workouts just body weight. I would do bicep curls with no dumbbells.
Wow.
I would do shoulder press with no dumbbells. Like, I had to teach my body that it was safe to exercise. And from the inside out, I was healing. And the next thing you know, there were dumbbells in my hand. And the next thing you know, those dumbbells were increasing. And I was like, I didn't think it was possible for me to do this again. And so I felt like, I am going to shout this from the rooftops. I reached out and I said, do you have any kind of, you know, ambassador program?
Yes.
Signed up for that. I was also like, maybe this will pay for my VIP membership. So that was my second step in the Faster Way.
Yeah. So like I mentioned earlier, you have, again, touched every facet. So you saw your friend posting, you were at kind of rock bottom, reached out, decided to dive in. 3 weeks in, you're like, okay, I'm not sure. And then things started to click. And then you're like, you know what? I got to spread the word about this. You became an ambassador. And now what? Like, now you're talking about the Faster Way. What was the next step that you took, or the light bulb that went on for you that, you know, okay, I'm going to move to the next step of this?
Well, recently, or very closely along that time frame, there was a coach certification event.
Oh.
And it was one of those moments where you're like, are they talking to me? I think they're talking to me. You know, I just kept hearing it.
I love those
and
moments.
Before I even asked my friend who shared the program with me or my coach, they reached out to me and said, I think you'd be a great coach.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, seriously? And then my parents, they were all about it. And I just had so much support surrounding me, not only like emotionally, but also financially. I just had a lot of people coming around me and saying, I think this is your next step. I think this is an area where you would excel and probably be able to make a great impact. And so,
and you know, I just want to pause here because what you said is so impactful. So what you're saying is there was belief in you. Mm-hmm. A few people who were close to you saw that potential and believed, and maybe you didn't see the potential, you maybe even didn't realize it was there, but somebody else saw that and called it out to you and said, I see this. You have this, lack of better words, destiny to have an impact in other people's lives through this program, through coaching this program. I know for me, that type of belief is so powerful. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love. And I want to really just emphasize here that it doesn't take an extensive background in fitness or nutrition to become a good coach. Mm-hmm. It is simply being able to see the potential in others and have the boldness and the courage to call that out, because coaching truly isn't about you so much. It's about the people that you're impacting. Mm-hmm. And I say this because I am also very passionate about that. There was a belief in me early on in my fitness, I would say, career. I followed this woman around the gym. She was just a specimen. She was just gorgeous and just muscular. And I just had so much pride for her. So she was a trainer. I started working out with her. A few months into my training with her, one day she said, Haven, she's like, you could be in bodybuilding. You could be a figure competitor. And I was floored. I was like, what? But that was just like that belief that I had this potential that I didn't even know about. And that catapulted me into all the way to where I am now. Mm-hmm. And yes, bodybuilding isn't my career. I had a small stint, about 4 years in it, but that was a stepping stone. And so here you are on the cusp of this. I mean, I would say a radical turn in your life. And so someone's believing you, people are rallying around you saying, we'll support you through this, even financially. Wow. So what then? Like, what happened? You signed up for the certification?
I signed up for the certification event. I had my interview.
Yeah.
I immediately studied and took my test, passed it, shared it with everyone I knew. And it definitely felt like a turning point in my life. I was already passionate to share. Mm-hmm. I felt like I was living the lifestyle. And like you said, you don't need to have this extensive fitness and nutrition background.
Right.
I think, honestly, the thing that helped me and is still helping me to become the best coach that I can is that I've struggled.
Yes.
And it's like, no matter how much studies I have behind me or certifications, the fact that I've struggled has actually given me more of an ability to speak to my clients about, hey, this program, all of these strategies, they're for your benefit. We can make it work for you wherever you're coming in from.
Yeah.
So and I feel like it was probably a couple years, maybe 2 or 3, before I said, hey, I wonder if they have any jobs at the headquarters. I just felt like I needed to get closer and closer to where the Faster Way came from.
Yeah. No, I have that same feeling. I experienced the same. I live, here in Florida, and of course, headquarters, Amanda Trust, she lives here in the area as well. And I was a coach, same like you. I'm watching from that coaching perspective, but also like, man, I would really love to work out with Amanda. I was like, man, I would just wish I could, hop into one of her workouts. And I'll never forget the call I received. And it came at such a timely point in my life as well. And we hear this story, by the way, all the time with coaches saying that the timing that they took the step into being a coach is so pivotal for them. So for me, I had left my contract at the gym I was, training out of. I had a pretty extensive book of clients. I was leading small groups. It was, it was a lot. And I was really burned out. So God kind of removed me from that situation. So now here I am kind of in this like, I would say interim period of, what I felt was like, what's next? And then I got the call, and the director at that time, hey, Amanda's been watching you. She would love to invite you and come be workout. Literally the same prayer I prayed. I mean, almost word for word. And I said, God, it would be so cool if I could da, 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 da. Yeah. And she repeated those words to me. Amanda would like you to come da, 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 da. Wow. And I was like, what? And so like you, I was like, just, as close as I could get to where all the things were happening is where I wanted to be. So you saw an opportunity and you took the next step. Yeah.
I applied, got a position here at HQ. First was helping out with coaches because I was like, what more can I do in this area? I mean, I loved coaching. I love the fast way. So supporting coaches is the, next best thing. And it continued on with more opportunities to be part of our, programming team and trainer team. And it's just been an answered prayer.
Yeah. You've been a blessing to the team. You are specifically now on my team. You did come into through the coaching team, but now you're on the programming team, and I have seen you grow and rise and step out. And I think that is a common thread we see with our coaches in our community as well. The opportunity for growth, to get out of your own way in a way, and also get uncomfortable and step into things that you thought you weren't maybe capable of doing. And I really challenge people all the time, like, get out of the mundane, get out of the, just repetition. Sometimes we just got to jolt ourselves into something that's uncomfortable, to experience that and shake us up a little bit and see, like, what am I made of? What is my purpose? I think that's what truly we all seek. And when we find that dissatisfaction with life, when we're struggling with, just boredom, or even questioning, like, what am I doing here? Like that, you're not finding your purpose. And I think the coaching opportunity really helps deliver that purpose and that impact into people's lives, where we hear testimonies at every live leg day event, and throughout, of course, the year, and through our surveys and the testimonies that come through those. It just makes you cry. It makes you just smile, and you just cannot believe, like, wow, I'm part of this too. Like, we're part of all of this. Like, we are helping people transform their lives, and wow, what a journey, Heather.
I know. It's we always say that the faster way is a lifestyle. Yeah. And your fitness and nutrition journey is just that. It's a journey, and it is constantly evolving. And our stories, I think, say that as well. Like, you have to recognize that you are going to continue to turn over into a new person. And you're going to continue to experience a new season, and you have to be ready to adjust to that. And as coaches, we get to help our clients do the same thing, because you know what worked at one point, as you continue through different ages and stages, is going to need tweaking. We set goals, we reach goals,
and we need to have new goals.
So it's just this constantly evolving, growing journey, and it's just such an honor to be a part of, making impact and helping others continue in that.
Well, thank you, Heather. That was just an incredible story. Really appreciate you sharing that today. And again, one more time, super grateful for you on this team and what you contribute and what you bring to our clients. So I hope her story touched you as well. And if you are curious or want to know more about our coach certification, the next opportunity is November 17th. We encourage you to sign up to hear more, and invite you to come that day, and maybe you're the next coach who will be sitting in this seat.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see you there. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you then.